Pegasus.
Okay, so there you have it. That's the showcase of the Pegasus. Now I'll be going through like kind of like the anatomy of the airplane, but first I'll be looking at the early version. So as you can see, this is the really early version of the Pegasus, and as you can tell, it's a lot smaller. And the reason why is because the engines are also a lot smaller. They are 0.7 in diameter, and we have two afterburning jets, and these are a little bit bigger. Yeah, these are pretty big. And there's another one in the front right there. So this, with all this, it allows this thing to go about 1,400 kilometers an hour, which is roughly like faster than the speed of sound, but it's not that much. And you can tell that it's not as long as the one you see in the showcase. But yeah, that's about it for the early version. Now we'll be looking at the Mark II, which is the one you saw in the showcase, and as you can see, it's very long. Now the reason why it's long is because it has 6 ramjets for each of these wings. So 1, 2, 3, and these are diameter 1, so it's the one you'll find by default in the game. And this is diameter 8 for some reason. I made this one a little bit smaller, but all these are 1. So yeah, diameter 1 right there. So that's what allows it to go 4,000 kilometers an hour. And for takeoff, it used 2, well, is it 2 or 1? I think it's 2, yeah, 2 afterburning jets. Now, the thing is, even though I have 2 afterburning jets, it is not enough to make this thing fly right away on takeoff. It's a very slow process. When you take off in this thing, it takes a while for this thing to get momentum, you know. And the reason why I don't really blame the afterburners is because these afterburners have to pull this whole entire shit along with 7 ramjets. So yeah, like this, they're working pretty hard. I don't blame them. And so for the wing design, you can see that it's way much more thinner. Like I meant like less wider. So you could tell that the middle part right here, it's less wider, and the reason why for that is because when it's too wide, it generates a lot of lift, and when you generate too much lift, when you take off, the planes kind of want to lean like back. And I thought that problem was because of the ailerons and the elevators, and I tried fine-tuning the pitch and the degrees that the aileron elevators would, you know, pitch up to, and how much they would pitch down to, like what degree and stuff. But that wasn't really the main culprit. The main culprit was the wing size. Now, if your wings are too wide, they generate more lift, and that's the reason why I made them a little bit more smaller. And besides, when you're making a really fast like aircraft, you might as well have smaller wings, because that's more realistic to what a fast aircraft would look like. They would have, you know, smaller wings. And yes, the wing is not very small, but if you look at the surface area, that most of it is from like the fucking engine, you know. It's not from the actual wing itself. The actual wing is like this much and this much. It's a very small wing on this aircraft. But that's about it. And the elevators are the same. I kept the same design for the elevators. I wanted to make it so I wouldn't need one. But the thing is that this thing wouldn't pitch enough upward in order for me to have this completely removed. So I have to keep the elevators on no matter what. But that's about it. Landing gears are pretty simple. I kind of just like no clip them inside the fucking frame because I was too lazy to make like a whole like contraption for the landing gears. Is it lazy? Yeah, it is. And I gotta embrace the whole like aerodynamic shit. So I added more air scoops right here and just make it more realistic. So that's about it. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed the showcase and you like the aircraft I built, please leave a like and subscribe. If you have any suggestion on what I should build next, please let me know. Okay, bye bye.